Welcome to the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty, where MAC conference play gets underway today in Season 3. The Bulls enter with a 1-3 record, and we're hoping the off-the-field performance can surpass our on-field performance as of late. We still have 2 4-star guards on the board. We're going all in on John Burns and Dorian Henry, and this could be the week where Henry makes his decision. Our visit didn't go very well, getting blown out by Temple, so we'll see where that ends up. I also am looking at Kevin Babineau with a Week 6 visit at Coastal Carolina. That's this week, so we're going to go all in, max out, send the house, get to 65 points. I don't think his pitches were good enough to hard sell instead. And Coastal Carolina takes on Old Dominion in this episode, so hopefully they can help us out as we try to land a really good quarterback prospect. But those 3 players are the focus right now as we look to get into conference play. For a team like us, coming off a 1-3 non-conference slate, it's a bit of a fresh start. No matter what your record is coming into conference play, you have to win these games in particular if you want to compete for a conference title. And we're taking on a team that's already beat us twice in this series, but has changed since last year. They've moved on at quarterback. A lot of their playmakers are different. So while Toledo is still looking like a good team at 3-1, 2 years removed from being a playoff team, we'll see if they can withstand the change of having a new quarterback like John Allen Richter, who's very early on in his development. But Buffalo is pretty desperate for a win coming off the way non-conference play ended. Losing a winnable game at Penn State, getting blown out by Temple, giving up 3 touchdowns to their defense. And we're hoping this is the fresh start that Buffalo has been in search of. As we get underway, the rain is falling, and here comes Talon Shetron from the goal line. And he's knocked down shy of the 20-yard line as we get a look first at the Buffalo Bull offense. They have not been in great form lately, scoring 9 points in each of their last 2 games. 3 receivers on the field, and the pressure gets to Richie Watts on the first snap. That ball falls incomplete. Toledo coming out with the blitz, and they do it again as the screen is now broken up for Braylon Staley, and it's already 3rd and 10 for this struggling offense as Watts is given time, and a nice adjustment as Staley reaches behind to make the catch. It's a first down. Lamar Sperling in at running back. He'll get the first handoff today as he picks up 6. We'll have to see if any wear and tear is aggravated. That's been an early trend this year as Watts is going to slide outside the pocket and get into Toledo territory before sliding. Not too comfortable in the pocket right now as Buffalo sweeps Sperling right to left. Cuts back against the grain and picks up 7. And Sperling, he is shaken up at the end of that play. He's just not been able to stay 100% in these games, and it's led to Leon Dingle becoming more the primary running back. 3rd down and 2. It's a throw. That's Kevin Kajust. And a first down, just getting the required yardage. Ball at the 39 of the Rockets, and it's Dingle to the right. He's following McMillan inside the 20, and a burst from Dingle has a red zone trip on the opening drive. Motioning is McMillan. Makes the catch, cuts it outside. He's got the touchdown. Buffalo marches down with an opening drive score. And I think these screens have to be further emphasized. If we're not having comfortable pockets, that drop back game isn't working, we need screens to supplement it. Now, can the defense get off to a good start against Toledo? John Allen Richter, he's the quarterback, and hands off. There is not much room for Javante Barnes. Gain of 1 on first down, and now keeping. Wesley Williams can't catch him, and it's a first down. Didn't look like he was moving that quickly, but first down, John Allen Richter. Hands off, and this time Williams is going to make the play. That's for a loss. Wesley Williams having a good start to the year. Brings up 2nd down, and the coverage is good. Richter forced to throw it away. Sets up 3rd and 11. Keeping 2 deep safeties atop the defense. Pressure shows up late, and throwing it away is Richter. Good job getting pressure with 4 on that possession. And Buffalo set to get it back. Braylon Staley returning from the 20. Staley has a crease. Through the middle, breaks a tackle, still on the move, inside the 20, touchdown, Braylon Staley. And Buffalo takes a 2-possession lead. When we got Staley in the transfer portal, I said his athleticism was going to be a difference maker in the MAC. His speed is a level above what this conference is used to seeing. And it's on display here, running through this defense, and it's 14-0. Hot start in Buffalo. They surpassed their scoring of the last 2 weeks, and now they sack Richter. Deion Crawford coming in late. 3rd and 19 for the Rockets, who face pressure again. Wesley Williams in the face of Richter. Loss of 19 on those last 2 plays, and they've already got to give it right back to Staley. And he's going to have another chance here from the 44. Staley eyeing the opposite sideline. Can he turn the corner? Not this time, but a good run back. Buffalo short field. Riding this hot start. It's Dingle right side. He gets to the edge. A 1st down and bumped out inside the Toledo 20. 3 receivers left, and Watts will throw it. That's caught by Talon Shetron on the screen. He's got a touchdown. Buffalo racing to a 20-0 start. 2 screen touchdowns, by the way. Might be something to think about with this red zone offense struggling. That's broken through today. And before you know it, 21-0. Holy Toledo. What a start. Where do the Rockets go from here as the run is stuffed? Negative plays galore for this offense, who faces 3rd down and 11. Richter with time, looking for the big one. Knocked down by Charles McCarthrins. And we are still in the 1st quarter. It is all Buffalo. 2 minutes to play. Screen's not open. That pass is off the hands of Staley. More used to catching punts right now than passes. It's a handoff to Dingle with some room. He really gets the top speed quickly. His first 10 yards are really efficient. And he carries again. Dingle wrapped up short gain. But 5 for 57's a great start. And he's getting the early game workload with Sperling a little bit banged up. He's not ruled out. He could return, but up 21. Does that impact the usage of Sperling? Dingle still in there, 3rd and 3. Throwing it short, and he dropped it. Dingle, not the most consistent pass catcher, and it sets up 4th down. And they're leaving the offense out there. An aggressive start against the blitz, and the pass is off the mark. Some real missed opportunities on that possession that was overthrown for Staley, and it gives Toledo good field position. And they'll run up the middle, and they just start getting in their own way. Figuratively, literally, hard to play 12 on 10. Hands off. Barnes cuts back into Wesley Williams. And now Junior Poyser's reaching at his right hammy, and he's going to come out of the game. Tristan Souza now in, 3rd and 6, and the pass is on the money. John Allen Richter to the outside. That's their best play so far. Now they'll feed Barnes, and he'll run upfield, finally given some space to open it up there. 15-yard connection. Rockets in the red zone. Richter feels pressure, fires to the end zone, and he's got an open man, Javante Barnes. And they got a good matchup there against Joey McCune, who we don't want in pass coverage whatsoever, let alone manned up on a running back running a downfield route. And Toledo gets their first points. Having to start at their own 22 now. Buffalo will run it, and Sperling is back in. Good to see he can still give it a go here. Might have to manage those touches, though. It's third down, and this is Watts taking off. He has the first, couldn't slide early enough, and he gives the football to Toledo. Big mistake as Toledo tries to get back in this game. They just scored. Now have it at the 32. Richter dumps it, and Barnes is escorted out of bounds at the 25. Creeping down, Savion Brown, and there's pre-snap movement, and they're going to get Buffalo, and that will cause a first down. Single high. Fake to Barnes, who picks up the rush of Jackson, and the pass is caught inside the 5. Very difficult catch, setting up Toledo. They need one, and Richter gets that one. Touchdown. Rockets, they're back in this game. That's how quickly these games can turn on you. 21-0 with the ball around midfield. Suddenly just a 7-point game. And this is Dingle. Thrown down after getting close to the first down. That's Sperling in the game. He carries on 3rd and inches. And the inches is all he got. Sperling out and Dingle back in. Wheeling outside. Again, outrunning the defense to the edge. 9 carries, 87 yards. Love to see that he's this effective running outside the tackles. Now a fake from Watson. He's hit down. It's a sack. First of the game for Toledo. But this is an offense that has a hard time dealing with being behind the sticks. And the pass is incomplete for Chance Morrow. Just a prayer ball downfield. Credit to the Rockets making this interesting. 1st and 10 and wide open. That is Eric Holly who made the catch that set up their previous touchdown. They'll go Barnes now, and he's met by Souza. Still no sign of Junior Poyser. 2nd and 10. They'll try Barnes, and more room inside as he gains 9. Keeping these third downs within reach. 3rd and inches, and an aggressive Bulls defense stops him short, setting up 4th down. And Toledo's going to go for it from our 43. Richter to the air, and it's incomplete. Covered by Red Murdoch, who's been one of the best defensive players on the field this season. Has an interception. He's been racking up tackles, and that plays a big one. Buffalo trying to make something out of this 2-minute opportunity, and they go 3 and out. Had a really hot start, but not much in the second quarter going right, as Kesey nearly had it blocked. Got out of the way cleanly, though, as Toledo has a 2-minute opportunity. Beginning at their own 19 on the screen. This is Barnes. He has running room to the 35. They couldn't even complete basic passes on the first few drives, and now Richter looks way more comfortable, able to navigate the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and make the throws. 1st and 10. That's on the money. Into Bull territory. He looks like a completely different guy. 1st and 10. Dumps it. Complete. And the pressure doesn't seem to have that same intensity it did on the first 2 drives. Richter over the middle. It's Barnes. Doing a lot of damage through the air. That's 6 catches for 58 yards. The Rockets have a chance to tie it. Pressure coming after Richter. He's forced to throw it away as the coverage was perfect. And it sets up 3rd down. Keeping 2 safeties in the end zone. Richter feels heat. Throws to the outside and gets rid of it as Buffalo will finally force a field goal try. But a lot to be impressed with here with Toledo's comeback efforts. They're down 4 in a game it looks like could be over. 27 seconds now to play in the first half. Got to keep Watts clean, and they do as Cajuste has it hit off his hands. Was a little bit in front of him. Big missed opportunity. 21 seconds on the clock. The pressure's there. The pass is hauled in by Morrow. Somehow Watts got enough on the throw, but running low on time. They have 2 timeouts left. Where are you going? Nick McMillan is lost. 3rd down and 10. McMillan found his way back to the field of play, and Kajus didn't have enough time. Out of sync there in the second quarter. As good as things opened, that is not enough. Toledo has made this a game again, and the Buffalo offense is still not quite right. The passing game doesn't have rhythm, too many negative plays, and the timing isn't right. The screens were perfect because there's only one right way to throw those, and maybe Buffalo has to do more of that. Second half underway, and Richter lets it rip to the outside, and he is now 12 of 21 passing. Barnes trying to run up the middle is met by Wesley Williams. Run defense hasn't been too bad today for Buffalo. Richter with time, just dumping underneath, letting the defense soften up as the play develops. He finds Braceful. Now they hand off with Barnes, and he's got an opening. Slips a sloppy tackle of McCarthrin's and is inside the red zone. 17 unanswered, threatening to score. Barnes hit in the backfield. Savion Brown was there. Same with Jakari Bennett. Trying to get off the field. 3rd and 12. Pressure on. Richter sacked. And it's Jakari Bennett. Buffalo rotating some of those D linemen as the pressure disappeared for a while. So it's a field goal of 47 yards, and Toledo has scored the last 20. 1 point separates these two teams. Buffalo's going to start with a run. Nice job by Sperling with the over-pursuing defenders. He's got a first. They motion out McMillan, now at the screen, and it's covered up perfectly. Loss of 3. First down has just been a tricky down for this team. 2nd and 13, and that's behind Staley, and maybe it was better off that way. And again, 3rd and a mile. Have to get to the 46, and there's no chance of that happening. Down goes Watts. Travion Ford was best pass rusher in the MAC a year ago. Toledo football, handoff, and Barnes will slip through into the secondary. And they've been spending a lot of time on the Buffalo half. They'll give it again to Barnes. Hurdles past the down defender, but doesn't get the first down. They have failed on 4th down once. They won't try this time as the kick is bent through. And Toledo has taken the lead. From 21-0, they've come back to make it 23-21. And what is going on again with our Buffalo Bulls? Dingle starts the drive. It's a good start as he gains 11. And they're going to try to go with tempo. It's a give to Dingle, following a block of Matt Glenn. Nice pickup. Now Sperling will check in. And it's a 3rd straight run. Not quite to the marker, though, and it's going to be 4th down. And Buffalo feeling a bit of pressure here. They're going to go for it. It's Dingle, and he just does get enough. But already having to go for it from your own 41 in a game where you were leading 21-0. Now Morrow can't hold on. They've been contesting most of these throws. 2nd and 10, pressured inside. They beat Dom Camarda, who really has not had a great start to the year. Now, it's a tough matchup today, but he leads this team in sacks allowed. It's 3rd and 17, and Watts won't even get a pass off. It is another sack for Ford. We've done next to nothing since the opening quarter. Screen for Toledo, upfield to the 47. As Richter crosses 200 passing yards. 2 touchdowns on the day for him as well. That's a good strike to the outside, hauled in by Eric Holly. And now they'll sweep with Barnes, and he's thrown down. And it's Deion Crawford forcing the loss. 3rd and 4. Buffalo's all over it. Getting aggressive, basically predicting what they would do. Ramari Taylor makes the play. But it's the 4th quarter now, and this has gone on long enough. Buffalo needs a good possession here as Sperling picks up pressure, and here's some running room. It is Braylon Staley. See, that's not so hard. But Richie Watts, 10 of 26. Now they motion over Chance Morrow, and a block is thrown by McMillan, and it's back-to-back first downs through the air. From the 47, now back to Sperling, trying to muscle through the middle and does grind out 4. But Dingle's going to replace him now, running inside and tackled near the first down, but third and manageable. Kajus to the left, and Dingle, close, doesn't get it. It's fourth down. Offense will stay on. It's Richie Watts falling ahead, sneaking for first down yardage. Buffalo still more rushing yards than passing on the day as Sperling breaks first contact. He's ran really hard today. That's a gain of 8. Up to the Toledo 36, third down, Watts to scramble, chase from behind, and gets down with the first down yardage. And we've got 4:10 on the clock. Watts pumps short and met by the rush. Loss of 7. Missed an assignment on the right side, so again, tough spot for this offense. And Watts uses the hard count to get 5 back. And at this area, 5 yards is huge. Now you're more into field goal range. They don't jump this time. Pass is hauled in. That's Shetron, and he'll take it inside the 10. Buffalo beats the blitz, and it's goal to go. And the clock winds down. They're running it to 2:14, and this is Dingle on a handoff from Pacheco. This is from the pistol as he takes it to the 4. Pacheco now with a single receiver to the right. Dingle in a foot race to the outside, and out of bounds he goes. 3 yards away still. What's the call on third down? It's another run to the outside, and Dingle gets the touchdown. And the play here is really made by Braylon Staley. He's going to get the initial block and then cut off 2 more players trying to pursue. And Dingle has enough speed to get to the edge and finally get Buffalo some points again. On top by 4, they will go for 2. Here's a blitz. Pressure on. Knocked away from Kajust. 1:10 left to play. Buffalo needs to prevent a touchdown. 83 yards from the end zone, and Richter is under pressure, throwing incomplete. When they've been able to win up front, it's been a very different battle. And now they dial up the pressure, but can't get through as Braceful is wide open. And he takes it all the way to the Buffalo 36. Huge connection. Toledo still has 2 timeouts remaining. Time to throw, and that is hauled in. Braceful first down. And they've got plenty to work with here. 50 seconds on the clock. No one near Richter as he completes again to the outside. Buffalo's pass rush having a hard time getting through. They do try to change up their rushes, but the dump off caught. That's Barnes all the way to the 1. And Toledo's nearing taking the lead again. Buffalo blitzing, pass caught for the touchdown. Toledo retakes the lead. Buffalo changed up their looks, but nothing they did could throw off John Allen Richter. The Rockets are on top with 33 seconds left. So now Buffalo needs to answer with at least 3. Richie Watts under pressure, and a flag is down late. And it's going to be against Toledo for pass interference. Very ticky-tack call there. Buffalo takes it to the 41. Dodging pressure, but not all of it. Watts still sacked for a loss of 1. And that uses up a timeout. They have 21 seconds. Toledo brings pressure. Watts throws. It's caught. Talon Shetron. Big catch at the 37. But are they close enough for a field goal? Watts, 10 seconds left, looking for the game winner, and he throws it out the back of the end zone with 7 seconds remaining. You've got to get a decent chunk on this play. Watts throwing over the middle. Shetron makes the catch. And they are going to bring out Nick Reed. 40-yard try for overtime. Right down the middle. We're tied at 30. And Talon Shetron just made 2 of the biggest plays of the year. What a game it's become. And we're going to overtime for the first time this season. And Buffalo is going to be getting the football first. They will set the bar. Lamar Sperling is the running back, and he sweeps to the outside, has running room to the 15, and run out at the 11. Good start. Now they motion a receiver to the outside. That's McMillan, and Sperling hit for a loss of 4. 3 receivers facing press coverage. Watts steps up. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Leon Dingle. Richie Watts. Big touchdown pass. The defender wasn't expecting Dingle to escape up the sideline. It's dropped right in, and Buffalo leads by 7. It's on the defense now to win the game. John Allen Richter, pressured by Jakari Bennett. Loss of 14. Bennett's had a big day as a rusher. And now Toledo's got to get some of that back. Dump off to Barnes. Up to the 30. It's 3rd down, 15. You still have 2 downs to work with. 4 on the rush. Downfield. It's broken up by McCarthrins. And the game is now on the line. Buffalo drops back almost everybody. Richter over the middle. Shy of the marker. Bowl game. Buffalo wins it in overtime. A MAC Conference victory, 37-30, and they snap a 3-game losing streak. It's our first win against Toledo in the Dynasty, and it wasn't your typical win. 21-0 start. We blow that, recover in the end. Leon Dingle, what a game from him. It sure seems like he's become the solidified RB1. Looking at what he's been able to do combined with Sperling's injury concerns this season, I think that this kind of backfield split is what we're going to have to stick with. And Dingle's getting it done for us. There's a lot to do, though, in the passing game. We were very inefficient today. A lot of passes that were contested, knocked down, dropped. And the running game can't do it on its own. We need to complement it better, and it feels like the pass game is just very stale right now. But we're leaning on the run. 32 running back carries in this game, over $160 from the combo of Dingle and Sperling. And Talon Shetron, one of the heroes of this game, setting up that game-tying field goal, scored a touchdown early in this game, and was our leading receiver. Big day for the 2 receivers that transferred in the most recent offseason. And as we now step aside to the recruiting side of things, we've got our first 4-star commit of the Dynasty. Dorian Henry chooses Buffalo. Coming off one of our biggest wins of the series. One of our only wins. It's our 9th one now. We also get Kevin Babineau. I felt like I had to get aggressive for that to work. We also land Nathan Hill. Our recruiting class is off to a very good start, especially on the offensive side. We now have our first 4-star in Dorian Henry. I don't know, truly how good he is. We didn't scout. Didn't have the points to really do it. And if you're a 4-star, you can definitely play at Buffalo. But we do add Nathan Hill to give us more offensive line depth, and building that is a big priority. And then to have options at quarterback for next year and beyond. We have Ray Elway, we have Eric Pacheco, but I think Kevin Babineau is a huge addition He's got some things to work on, like the throw under pressure, but I could definitely see him becoming a starter. He visited Coastal Carolina this week, who did beat Old Dominion, so maybe those 65 points, that extra I put onto that battle, made the difference in the end. We're still trying to get John Burns, and there are a couple more offensive linemen that we are trying to get to the class, but I can start looking at other positions now a bit more aggressively. I think building up some running back depth is going to be important, as I want this identity to persist. Lonnie Isaacs, unfortunately, a bust, but still a lot of skills there that I like. I end up taking Sydney Hopper off the board, and then TJ O'Malley is a power back with 89 speed, 84 trucking, and we don't have a lot of power back depth, so I definitely want to add one in this class. We do offer a scholarship to Lonnie Isaacs. Then we move to tight end, again, kind of complementing the running game a bit. Bryce Casey is scouted, and then Kyle Teal is going to be a gem 3-star, 79 speed vertical threat. So that doesn't sound great, but I do want to add depth, and if a player is a gem, I have a hard time just not giving a scholarship offer, given where the program is right now. But massive win today on the field, massive wins in recruiting. Our class is off to a top 15 start. I don't think it'll stay that way. We might add one more 4-star, but I think anybody else in the MAC is going to have a hard time catching us, bringing in a 4-star offensive lineman. You like to see us protect a lead better and have a more consistent offensive day. I guess we really haven't had that since the Kennesaw State game. So 4 straight games in a row, it hasn't looked quite right on the field. Pass game needs to make the most moves, as I haven't been able to get Morrow the ball nearly as much. We're spreading the ball around to varying success. Feels like whenever we target Cajuste, a disaster happens, and sometimes that's my fault for pitching the ball to nobody. But I am going to make a couple moves here along the offensive line, and a very difficult one. I think we have to bench Dom Camarda. On the last drive, I forget which play I did this, but I switched out 2 of our offensive linemen. I think it was on the drive to tie with the field goal. And Chet Sanders and Tyler Hilton went in at center and right guard. So Camarda and Liam Hamilton, who have allowed the most sacks on the team, are going to get demoted, and we're going to put in better pass protectors, maybe taking a bit of a hit there to our run blocking, so that's something to keep an eye on. Do we need those guys to run the ball this well? Can we get it done with Hilton playing more and Chet Sanders? Because we have to get the passing game better, and we're not as reliant on running between the tackles, as we've done a pretty good job of running to the edges this season suddenly. But interior pass protection problems and a statue quarterback is not a good combination. We'll try this out against Ohio and see if Buffalo can get back to 3-3 on the year. Thanks for watching, everybody. What a game. I know every episode you're getting taken on a roller coaster ride, but thankfully we got it done in the end. A lot of work to do, and I can't wait to continue our year 3 journey. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and Buffalo will be back again soon.